friends, thanks for joining me today. Today I am working on more crafty clusters, and this is hosted by Susan Hiles Art. Now I wanted to tell you what my plan is. My friend Kathy at Kathy's Favorite Things had sent me these paint swatches, and then I went ahead and embellished them. And actually I think she sent me this paper too with the little tiny skulls on it, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I went ahead and embellished it and did the same over here. This one I backed, this one I haven't backed yet, so I still need to do that. But she sent me this purple one as well, and I went ahead and embellished it with paper and this shiny trim. Now, my friend Kathy at Kathy's Favorite Things, last year I won her Halloween giveaway when she was making some shakers, and I love them. They're so adorable. And I thought about adding these to cards, so if I make cards, then add these as an embellishment. And the reason I'm sharing all of that on this particular collaboration is because I want to make some clusters for these cards and possibly for, you know, whatever I decide to do with these. So I'm gonna go through my stash, see what I can come up with that's Halloween, but more like Pasteloween. So I'll be right back. Friends, I didn't have to go far. Actually, on my table I had some scrap black lace. So I think I'll use those on those two. And then I actually have this. This was given to me by my friend V Wills, and her channel is V Will Designs, and so she gave this to me, and I thought it would be kind of neat if I could take this and twist this around these flowers, and that could give, you know, kind of a neat look. So I think we'll play with that. Like, I think that looks kind of neat and could totally work for Halloween. And maybe I need to add some darker thread in there with that. So I'll undo that and I'll see if I can find some darker thread. Well, I actually have some gray right here. I just got this at the thrift store, so I could do it with gray first and then the pink over top. So let's try that, and then that's all in keeping with the colors on these little cards that I showed you. And actually, this card is purple, so maybe I'll go with a purple one here, and then I can do the other ones in pink. And let me see, what else do I need? I have this left over from last week from when I worked on the grungy clusters, so we can take a peek in there and see if there's anything that we want to use. So not having to go far, just trying to work with what's on my desk, because actually I'm in the mode of cleaning my desk right now, and so sometimes it's easier to just create with everything than put it away, or at least that's my excuse anyway. All right, friends, I got my handy dandy glue gun here. Been using that for the past couple of weeks, and that has made making the clusters, you know, it's made it really fast. Now, somebody asked me recently about my glue gun and does it drip, does it ooze? And here's what I do with this particular glue gun. I heat it up on level 2, that's the hottest, and it will ooze a little bit. And as soon as that starts, I know that my glue is hot, and I turn it down to level 1, and then it stays hot, but it does not ooze anymore. So you can see it just pops some down there. I'm just gonna wipe the tip. And I'm gonna leave this here until it's done, but I just turned it down to level 1, so we should be in good shape coming up here in just a minute, and you'll notice it will stop dripping. So let's move this over. I was working on some stuff last night, so my table's a little bit of a mess. All right. My table is usually always a mess, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So let's get started. We're just going to attach the lace first. Last week, I don't know if you watched the whole video or not, but I went ahead and I did like the base layers, and then I went in for layer 2 and then layer 3. And I think I'll try that again this week. But, you know, if I pick up something off my table that I'm inspired to keep layering on the same one, then I will. So like I mentioned earlier on these, I think let's go ahead and try wrapping the flowers with some of this. I wonder if this will look good on the purple. I think so. Yeah, we'll go ahead and, you know what, let's glue it. Go ahead and glue the end of it on here, just so I don't have to hold it in place. There we go, and now we'll start wrapping. And I think, you know, it just will kind of look like a spider web, so that's kind of why I wanted to do that. Now, am I off camera? No, I'm in camera, good, phew. Now once that dries, I'll go ahead and put the pink on, but we're just going to set that aside to let it dry a little bit. Now these are two different shades of pink, and we'll go ahead and do one of each. So what do you think, friends? I think that this could be cute. So we'll add more stuff to it, but I like that there's going to be some of this sticking out the sides and a little bit on top. So yeah, let's do more of that. Alright friends, so since I have about 18 inches of this left, I'm thinking let's go ahead and wind it on these, right? Let's give it a try. Let's see how that ends up looking. I like it. I think that looks pretty cute. So yeah, definitely going to do that with the next one. Now this one, I used a lot on that one, so I don't have as much left on this one, but that's okay. We'll use what we have. Now we'll go ahead and I will grab a few other embellishments, maybe like some rhinestones that might look cute on top. And I'm gonna go get my jar of those and I'll be right back. I've got some gem tack here. I've been using this lately for gems, rhinestones, jewelry, things like that. And so far I like it. I have not had any problems with it. But that being said, if I send you something and a gem comes off, please let me know, because I would like to know if it's working nicely or not. Alright, so I just got these the other day. They were on clearance at Joann Fabrics. And let's go ahead and choose some of these to put on our little clusters. Well, for sure, I want the purple on the purple one. And I guess the question is, how many do I want on there? If I do more than one, it's going to look like a flower. So I think I won't do that. And actually, you know what I think I'll do? On the ones that are cards, I might be able to turn this gem into a spider. We'll see. Let's get the gem on there first and we'll let them dry, and then we'll see if I can put legs on it and it'll look like a spider. Alright, we're going to set that aside and let it dry. We could do purple on this one too, or green. Let's take a look at the purple. Let's try the green. The green shows up really nicely. Let's have a green spider on this one. I was looking to see if I have a pink one, and I'm sure there's pink in there somewhere, I just don't know where. Let's try the gold one. That's kind of cool actually. It looks kind of orange on there. Let's do that. Now these I won't be able to paint legs on, so I can't turn these into spiders. So we'll just put some gems on there. Let's see which ones we want to use. Let me think about this. Alright, so I've decided I'm going to go ahead and go with a traditional rhinestone color, and these are a little bit bigger. And to make sure, since it is a little bit bigger, I'm going to go ahead and put my little clothespin on there and make sure that dries. And plus, because it's on fabric, I want to make sure it's on there real good. Alright, I'll go grab some paint and I'll be right back. Actually, I decided that before I start painting the spiders on for these ones, I want to go ahead and add just a little bit of chain to it. I just think it's gonna kind of look pretty neat. Friends, I was gonna paint, but then I thought, you know, I have these really fine point tip permanent markers, so I thought, let me try it with a marker and see if I can add our spider legs like that. So hopefully you can see me. Let me zoom in a little bit. So we're basically just going to draw 4 little lines on each side, and we're going to go up and then down. And then I guess I should add a little head for the spider. So I'll do that right here. What do you think? Here, let me see if I can hold it up closer. There we go, and there it is. So I think it works fine with the marker. We don't have to get our paints out. You know, the marker bleeds a tiny bit, so just allow for a little bit of expansion. But I think it's pretty cute. Now this one's going to be a little tougher because some of the glue went out around the edges. So this one is going to be, like I said, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think. Well, I'm able to actually draw right over the glue, so I don't think it's a big deal. It won't be as dark on this one because this is a metallic purple paper that I'm using. But it still shows up. All right, well those 3 are done. Let me finish up the other 2. right, friends, let's go ahead and add some things to this card, and that would be including the clusters here. So I think I want to use this one over here. And then my friend Annie at Annie Creates, last year she sent me a baggie of die cuts, and she's included some Halloween ones. So I think we want to add this little ghost. I think that would be pretty cute. Yeah, so let's do that. Since this one has some yarn on the back, I'm going to go ahead and use Tack to adhere this to the card. And like usual, I'm going to add my paper clips to just hold them on there while they dry. And while those are drying, I will go ahead and adhere this. And for this, I will use my Aleene's Tacky Glue. Let's work on the purple one now. What do you guys think of that on there? I think that looks cute. All right, friends, let's see what we made today. Well, I have 2 leftover clusters that I can use on other projects. Love them, so fun. Really glad I tried out the eyelash trim. I think it's very whimsical, and yeah, I think that's so super cute. So let me show you my first card. So as I explained in the beginning of the video, that my friend Kathy at Kathy's Favorite Things had sent me these paint chip cards, and so I just embellished them, and so I was able to add the cluster, and then of course I added the Halloween, and then this. And these little die cuts were given to me by my friend Annie at Annie Creates. So lots of goodies from friends to help me create this fun tag. Now for this one, we've got our snippet is here, and I added Boo, and that was from Annie. Of course, the paint chip is from my friend Kathy, and I had added this ruffle and this other trim, and so I think that's pretty cute tag also, or card, whatever you want to use it for. And then this one, Kathy at Kathy's Favorite Things had made this shaker, and I won it last year in her giveaway, and I was so excited, and I love shakers. So I went ahead and created this card as you saw me do, and these die cuts were also given to me by my friend Annie at Annie Creates. And then I added my little snippet, and then I had drawn on the little spider there, and so this can be given. There's a little piece of glue on the back. And so there's that. And then last but not least, oh, I didn't add the cluster. Whoops. Well, I thought I was only going to have one cluster left, and then there I was, I had two, because I forgot to add this one to the top. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. All right, now I can show you guys. So here it is. Kathy also made this cute little shaker. So cute. So I layered it with my die cuts from my friend Annie at Annie Creates. And this too is a card. So those are my little cluster makes for this week. It was Crafter's Choice this week as far as the clusters went, and so I had so much fun making these. And go check out Susan Heil's art. She is the one hosting this little collaboration. And thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. See you soon.